Alexa, turn setup on. Pretty cool, huh? What's up, guys? It's Nick. Have you ever wondered what it takes to make your setup smart? It really isn't difficult at all. Let's look into what you need and why you would do this. First, why? But I do have to ask, why not? As tech advances, smart devices become more prevalent. We've got smartphones, smartwatches, and even smart thermometers leading to smart houses. With this in mind, there's really no reason not to take advantage of all the hardware that you already have and use it to its full extent, and maybe buy some other pieces that might help you out to make everything more seamless and just hands-free. Now, you can't go crazy and make absolutely everything smart. From light fixtures, plugs, air cons, doors, you name it. Basically, if you can think of it, you can do it. I went a bit simpler, and I only want to control what's in my setup: the PC, the lights, and whatever's plugged into the wall. I can turn everything on by just saying Alexa, turn setup on, or I can turn it off. This should be everything you need at a bare minimum to control the lights and everything that is plugged into the wall. Basically, it revolves around the Amazon Alexa, which I bought a couple months ago on Amazon Prime Day for about 20 bucks. The bundle even came with a smart switch, which actually saved me quite a bit and gave me an idea on what to do. Setting up Alexa is pretty easy. Basically, you just download the app on your phone, you connect it, and then you set up all the plugins you need. Basically, if it's smart, you can control it with Alexa. For example, if I want to change my lights, I just say, Alexa, turn lights red.
Okay.
And there we have it. If I want to dim the brightness a bit, I say, Alexa, lights 50%.
Okay.
It's easy as that. Another important device is the plug that I just mentioned. You might think that this is pretty simple and basic, but hey, it gets the job done. I tend to repeat myself, but you're honestly just limited on how many of these you have and whatever you can think of. Do you want to set it up so you can turn a lamp on and off? Just leave the lamp on and set this device, and then you can turn this device on or off for power. Do you want to turn on your fan on, but you're too lazy to get up? Just yell at your plug, and there you go, living your best, happy, and lazy life. I mainly use mine to turn anything that's not my PC, on. I connected a power strip to it with all my peripherals on, mainly my monitors and my lights, with either just tapping the power button on the Alexa app or by asking Alexa to turn my setup on. That's all I have to do to control my setup entirely. If you're wondering why I don't have my PC connected to it, it's because I want to avoid a hard reset. If I disconnect the power to the power supply, it hard resets and I would have to open everything once again. And no one wants to see all those pop-ups at the beginning of turning your PC on. It's also an amazing feature to have if you're going on a trip and you forgot about unplugging everything and you're worried about a power surge. Calmly turn the plug off from the comfort of your car, plane, boat, or whatever. Something this simple is a very powerful and versatile tool to have, so I would honestly recommend you get one. Basically, again, you're limited to your imagination. You might have seen these square looking things, and these are basically smart switches. They're extremely inexpensive, coming in at around $2, but setting them up is a bit tricky. Being completely honest, I had my dad, who's an engineer, come help me out with this. You do have to deal with electricity and cables, and honestly, I would leave that to someone that's more comfortable with it. To explain these a bit further, I would think of them as your average light switch. It controls the signal and the energy that's going to something like a room light or a lamp or something like that. Think of it as like the movies when they clap and the lights turn on and off. It's basically that. We first set them up on these lamps to get a feel on how the cable should go, but you could get away with a plug for this. This was just a test. We switched it up a bit with the light in my room, but this one was a bit difficult because there are two switches for this light. One when you just get into the room and one next to the bed. I don't really understand the electrical part, so I won't pretend to. I would highly recommend you at least bring someone that knows what they're doing or just search up a lot of YouTube guides. In the end, it really turned out fine and I can turn these on and off wherever I want. The plan is to add these throughout my whole apartment and we're in the process of doing that. And there you have it. I hope you have a better understanding on how simple it is to set up everything in a smart way for less than $30. It's a really cheap way to get the most out of everything, and it's the definition on working smarter and not harder. You may think of it as a gimmick, but I really enjoy it, and it really comes in handy when I have my hands busy or I'm just far away. Now the question is, would you add this to your setup? Let me know in the comments down below. I really do hope you enjoyed the video and find it a bit informative. Remember that a like and a sub goes a long way. I hope I'll see you next time, and Alexa, turn everything off.